What have I got?
Let me just begin. Huh? What have we got?
Huh?
What?
Well, it's my... How do you actually pronounce
Oh,
it?
welcome to my world.
Pleiades?
Pleiades. Isn't it like ancient Greek, like Pleiades?
Have
She's
been
a
watching
lady that plays, right? Is that it?
I think it's play. Oh, Yorgos said it, and if you have, you've probably seen our day.
I
one
bet
deck
Yorgos
text.
would pronounce it perfectly as well.
Yeah.
Because it's literally
Well, I
like
don't.
Greek.
Well, it's
Or,
yeah.
It looks like
Pleiades or
Greek,
something.
right?
It's
Pleiades, yeah.
Pleiades,
Well, I
that'll
got
do.
my Armory deck arrived today from Thistle Tavern. Thank you very much.
That looks
Thistle
cool.
Tavern. I love the Armory decks.
Yeah.
I have bought.
You've got one of each, haven't you?
So I didn't buy KO and I didn't buy Azalea.
Did you buy
but...
Bolton?
No, of course not.
Well, you didn't.
I bought all the good ones, haven't I? But I watched the
Hey, Azalea one is a good.
I was telling myself I wasn't interested in this hero at all.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't care. I don't like Guardian. And then what did I do? I watched the stupid Flesh and Blood YouTube channel where they show off the armor.
Yeah.
And I was like,
it's shiny.
They just always come up with like, this is sounds so sycophantic, but I was like, they really just do come up with cool mechanics in this game.
They do.
Yeah.
And I was just like, yeah, the aura stuff. It was when just the auras that can block. I was just like, this is great. I barely looked at
I think that's a really interesting, like auras instants that can block.
Yeah. Obviously, auras block. Instants that can block. It's so cool. And just it was a great game to display what the deck can do, because it's like got the blue aura down that you want to keep around, and then the other aura that you want to like use up so you can get
the offensive auras.
I was just like, oh, this is so cool. And I just like the fact they've got an aura hero that's not like illusionist but still uses auras in a really interesting way. And I was just like, you know what, I went
that weapon's cool as well. Like
weapons,
it's an axe hammer. This is great.
I know.
Is that what it says? It's an axe hammer.
Yeah, because it's a guitar, right? So I assume they've made it an axe subtype to play on the fact that it's a guitar. Then it has to be a hammer because all of
it's a guardian. Yeah.
Although interestingly, apart from pummel, I don't think there's any text anywhere that mentions hammer.
That's a great Flesh and Blood pub quiz question. Is there anything look at this. Remember when you used to get stuff and taught you how to play the game? I mean, it's not incredible.
Has it got any lore on it though? That's important.
There's probably no lore. No,
flip it over. Flip it over.
There's a special aura. It's
no, is what he's saying.
No, I think it's like a short blurb.
Is it an axe hammer because it's an axe on one side and a hammer on the other side, like on the back side?
No,
it kind of looks a bit like that.
Yeah.
It would be a halberd, wouldn't it? Really, if you were. Well, I guess a halberd.
A halberd is a pole arm.
Yeah.
But anyway, I feel like this is a really cool. I'm just literally opening it. I've been waiting all day. I've been waiting.
I feel like someone needs to make that on Forged in Fire now.
What, an axe hammer? But this also comes up really awful on the microphone. But and yeah, what a great product. There you go, Moment Maker. It is a hammer axe, actually.
A hammer axe.
Hammer axe, not an axe hammer. Oh. Look at that. You can't even see it.
It's shiny.
Yeah, we can.
I love this hero.
Hamish looks so unimpressed right now.
I am alright.
She's cool. She's cool.
She's good.
I like the fact that I've got some more Spinal Crushes.
I tell you what I was happy with. What I was happy with is that they've put in 2 copies of Spinal Crush and 2 copies of Tear Asunder.
Yeah.
I mean that is a good start for people wanting to buy. Like, people wanting to get into Guardian. Obviously, this is a good set to do that. But those older cards are getting a bit harder to come by now.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe not Tear Asunder because that was Tales of Aria, wasn't it?
I think there's a couple about, but it is starting to creep into that level.
I love this guy. Look at
yeah, to be continued.
To be continued.
That's Mikey.
Well,
while Trip is
might put together a little Pleiades deck. Why not? Yeah, go ahead.
While Trip is fornicating over his deck, should we get some drinks on the go, Hamish?
Yes.
Oh. I'll be up for that.
Hamish,
yes.
What are you drinking?
Oh,
sir?
well, Simon, I've got. I think this is the last of my
Birthday beers.
Yeah, I think so. It's now September. It's a Vacation Brewery Love and Hate. So,
Whoa,
Oh, I like
that's
that one.
great.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I've had this before. So
Love that can.
it's a New England IPA. All right, Simon, what are you drinking?
Tonight, Matthew, I am drinking.
7.2%. Sorry.
Yeah, you've got a big one there.
Ooh. Okay.
I've gone with it.
that?
I've gone with a BrewDog Oktoberfest lager
Wow.
because that's what Nikki bought in the shop today. And
Wow, legit.
because it was a particularly hard day at work, I'm opening two and having a pint.
Yeah, do it. Hell yeah.
yeah.
Cool. All right.
Trip, wildcard trip.
Yeah.
Well,
What does he bring to the table?
What do you
today? I have a pale
Ooh,
fire.
that looks beautiful.
Pale ale, which looks really nice. It was actually
That does. I like the art on the can.
Yeah, it was actually from my local M&S. Got tasting notes of peach, mango, and citrus. So I'm assuming it's a bit of a
beautiful
citrusy pale ale. But I was like, oh, I'll have one of those, man. That looks good.
Okay.
Also, I just want to throw this out here. I nearly bought it, but I didn't. M&S do now have their Christmas ales.
Oh. Some dark ales incoming.
Yeah. You're not a fan, Hamish, for Christmas ale? Or just of the beer you're drinking right now?
No, the Christmas ale. I think 5 years in, I think you probably know the answer to that.
Well, they're not like dark beers. They're more like...
Festive.
Fruity
festive beers.
You know?
I just had a thought.
Mm-hmm.
In November, we should do a coffee corner rather than a beer thing.
Oh, my goodness. A coffee corner?
Yeah.
Oh, what, in November, you mean?
In November.
A coffee corner.
Ah, interesting.
Okay, well, I will.
Because beer might not be the most appropriate beverage.
Yeah, that's fair, to be honest.
What do you mean? Why?
Because it might be early in the morning.
Might be early, might be driving.
What are we on about?
Hamish is lost.
Well, we have some plans, don't we?
That plan. Okay. No, come on. There's always room for a beer.
Hamish is such an enabler.
No, there's always one more beer. Anyway, yeah, we've got some plans. Hopefully, everyone. We're going to, from the last podcast, when we congratulated Cup of TCG for their grant, and if we haven't, congratulations, Cup of T, for your grants, because I think that happened.
I think we just said they were a great channel.
Hey, we did. Yeah. We were actually praising them.
And then they got an hour later, it was like they got a grant.
Yeah.
We're like, well, at least we got
we
were like, yeah, hell yeah.
So they should have got it. So congratulations, Cup of TCG.
Absolutely.
And all the others, for sure. But we're just, we're massive advocates of the European, especially UK fab scene. And if you haven't checked out Cup of TCG, you definitely should, because they are doing very, very well, which prompted the question, you know...
We thought we'd pull our finger out.
Well, it's not
basically.
Well, I think it just said, oh, what would we do if we all lived together? Which is what they did.
Yeah.
And then we suddenly went, oh, yeah, we could do this and do this and do this. And then we were like, why don't we just...
We could do that.
Why don't we just try and do that? Yeah, just give it a go.
So we enjoyed the barbecue so much. And it'd be nice to meet up and do some.
Turns out,
yeah,
we actually enjoy spending time together, not just online, but in person too.
That's
a stretch, but I'm willing to give it a go.
I would like to see. I think the weather won't be appropriate, but the idea being is that we're going to try and do a meetup podcast, and then we'll play some games just for funs, and we're going to see who is the best fab member of that particular season.
Who is the best washed fab member?
Yes.
Although
who is the most?
It will be the first time the Fab Den has ever been used for fab.
I actually got some posters, those fab banners that Levia, Bolton, and the OG one, which is pretty sick. So I think you've got one as well, Simon. You came over and just went, "I'll have that."
I think I gave you one.
No, you didn't. You took one of mine.
Oh, did I?
Yeah. And then Nikki went.
Okay.
Nikki had the same response as Faye of, what are we supposed to do with this?
Yeah.
And Simon just was like, but I want it. You're like, okay. That's the same as me. I got him off Steve-O because he was just sort of wrapping up. And he went, do you want him? And I went, yeah. And then I come back and I saw him and Faye went, on God's earth are we supposed to do with this? And I was like, I don't know. And then I think for the last 2 years, I've said I'm going to get rid of it. And it's just sit on. No, I can't.
It's still there.
Can't do it. Anyway, so let's do some home news, and then Fib has Fib.
Who the hell is Fib?
I think I was.
Who is Fib?
Are you all right?
No, I'll explain.
Is that because you saw who the
No, I can't see. Can I?
Not that we spin the wheel in advance.
No, I don't.
Never.
No, you didn't.
We obviously don't.
Well, no,
but if we did, you might have seen who I just posted the winner was.
Yeah.
Well, I can't see who the winner was. I can't. Otherwise, the whole. Anyway.
The illusion is dead.
The illusion is dead.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
Ruined it.
Oh no, we should do partners rather than home news. Right. Go on.
We should do partners.
Let's talk about this wheel trip. The wheel of time.
This wheel.
Yeah. So
Jesus, Simon, you're so loud.
That was you always loud. Tell me I'm. You tell me I'm not loud enough.
Okay.
This wheel.
This is going to be an episode. I can tell already. Well, every episode of Push the Point, we spin the wheel of time.
This wheel.
This wheel. And if you're a Push the Point patron, your name gets put on the wheel. And if it lands on your name, you win 6 packs of the latest set, which is actually not the latest set. Though
no, it is still.
It's still
the latest set.
Next week.
Well, technically, it's not because Guardian Mastery Pack has come out.
Well, no, technically. Also, I don't think technically not, because by the time this episode comes out, I think it's Super Slam's
Well, it's
out.
High Seas. This will be the last High Seas episode. So from next episode, we might be moving Super Slam, but you'll find out next episode. But anyway, this person has won 6 packs of High Seas. So I will spin the wheel. It's
come on.
Steel Fur, also known as Finbar.
It's
Finbar, also known as Steel Fur. Congratulations, Finbar. I don't know if this is the first time you've won. You joined as a patron not recently, you've been a few months now, but congratulations, Finbar, close friend of ours and long-time content creator as well.
Well, he has been a long-time content creator.
I think I tell you what, ironically, Finbar, another person that you should sort of check out. But I don't know. But I actually listened to that episode and I was like, this was good. Why are you stopping? This is fun.
I hadn't seen that, but
it was I know. But I checked it out and I was like, that was actually pretty cool. You should carry on just running commentary.
Yeah, I like Finbar's content's always everywhere as well. Like, it's really funny. It gets recommended by Google.
It really does get out there, doesn't it?
Yeah, Finbar, you need to show us your your necromancer ways of the internet.
We would love to know how you get that. I think he works in marketing, so I'm sure he's got some.
He knows what he's doing.
Anyway, Finbar, you've won 6 packs of High Seas, which we will either send over to you, but I don't know if you're going to be in Nottingham or near Simon anytime soon. I'm sure we can work something out, but probably just send it over to you by post. Actually, I can't remember where you're living at the moment, and I won't dox you, but so we should probably find out where your current address is.
Yeah, I will do what we do with everyone else. That is what I do.
This is the problem when we actually know people.
I know, yeah.
Talking, and then we're like, probably shouldn't actually say any of that.
Yeah, about shit.
Well, we all know where Shreve lives. 72. I don't.
Actually, no. Imagine he lived at 72 somewhere avenue in Scotland.
64 Zoo Lane.
And his phone number is
I wonder if 72 and avenue are correct. That'll be so bad. You fill the gaps.
Hamish, tell us about the podcast partners.
Oh, that goes on. Right. So we have Thistle Tavern, an awesome singles seller from Scotland. Wait, hang on. Did I just super mess that up?
Yeah, he did.
I'm going to start that again.
Seller, mate, not a single seller for
Whoa,
Scotland.
Jesus Christ. This is his 7.2%. beer, I can tell you.
Yeah,
That.
he's already in.
I'm already locked in. All right, we've got Thistle Tavern, a Scottish shingle sheller from the Aberdeens. They provide lots of awesome cards for all different games. So if you are interested in getting singles from not just Flesh and Blood, from Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, I think even maybe One Piece and Lorcana, if you're Push the Point patron, you get 10% off your order. But remember, it's just for singles. It's not for booster products. You would have to pick that up at the price, whatever he sets it at. And check out their store. They've been on TV. They're actually popping off really well. Actually, from what I'm hearing, they're doing very well. And if you're over there, check them out. We've also got Metal Fab Tokens, which is a metal token seller from America. And if you're Push the Point patron, you get to find out about new goodies coming up as it shows up. And we've also got PCG UK, a grading company in the UK. They are an international. There's lots of PCG offices around the world, but we have one in the UK. And if you're a Push the Point patron, you get 10% off your order when you're grading. Worth it. Now, if you are a UK Flesh and Blood player, or I think really, if you're just a UK player that likes TCGs, you should just be a Push the Point patron because you get 10% off of these.
10% off. Yeah.
Yeah, of these two awesome services. Is that the right word?
Services, single seller, and a grading company.
If you are
what more do you want?
Yeah, if you're not a Push the Point patron and you live in the UK, bro, you are paying more, and you get to support us as well to do some really cool stuff, which we are planning on doing, meeting up and doing some extra stuff. So there you go. Be a patron. Home news. Home news.
Always
Home
on it.
news. Right. Okay. So what's different?
I'm loving the pictures in the background. He's actually decorated the little nook.
Yes, I have. Trip. I'm going to point, and you're going to say
the Flesh and Blood mat.
Yeah, from.
Well, it's Worlds one, right?
Yes, it is the Worlds one.
The OG Worlds, right?
OG Worlds. You probably won't see that because of the light reflection. So I'll tell you it's a Etsy Jacksonville picture because I support the Jags. Cool. So if you're from America, there you go, I'm a Jags fan. Don't kill me. Bonus points.
I can't really see what that is, but I'm going to assume it's from Berserk.
Well done. Well done.
I actually can't really make it out, but it's got strong Berserk vibes.
Well, that bit there's the sword where my finger is, and then there's guts.
I did not see that.
That is, oh my god! Please don't kill me, Berserk fans. I forgot his name. Zod. There you go.
So for reference, before the podcast, I got the Fab Mat and I got the Jacksonville Jaguars picture, and I saw that one and I saw a big sword and a flying tiger, and I thought it was He-Man. So you know,
when you look at that picture, you see how badly Elden Ring ripped off Berserk.
Oh really?
No, you can basically see how quite a lot of things was built off the back of that. It's basically dude with big sword is. Yeah.
No shame to Elden Ring, but it's.
Elden Ring basically turn around and specifically say we love Berserk.
Really. Yeah,
it's and they actually did put this big sword in it.
Yeah, and there's lots of those.
I've also got some actual news.
Okay,
I've started because I was kids. If any of you got any kids, or if you are a teenager listening to this and you're in year 11,
if you're a teenager, don't listen.
Listen to this. But I'm just giving. Well, do listen to this because this is a life lesson.
No, don't reach out to us. Actually, don't.
I'm not telling you to reach out. Why don't you stop talking? Let me finish.
Hamish, stop telling kids to listen to the podcast.
Or parents with kids that are
parents with kids.
Fab dads.
Right. So I didn't pass my GCSEs.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that.
Yeah,
wow.
Shut up.
We're not going to be.
You're going to have to disown him now. Yeah.
I'm 36 really and I admit it.
Yeah.
I've started and I'm
36 years old.
And I'm doing them again.
Hey.
Good for you, bud.
I'm doing my maths and English. again.
Hell yeah, dude.
That's
That's cool.
It does,
So
and this is the point I was trying to make to the kids. Do pass your GCSEs. I'm 36. I got on quite fine, but it gets to a point where I want to be an occupational therapist, and I have an opportunity to do this, but I cannot take on that course until you have a passing maths and English. Your life will be fine. You will find a way, but just get on with it. Otherwise, it'll
makes things a bit easier, doesn't it?
But it basically comes right back down to haunt you. And I just turned around and said, algebra fractions, my old friend. We meet again. Christ almighty.
Math and English are the two most important ones.
You need to really just try your bloody hardest.
You'll be good.
All of them.
Don't be bad.
Remember, like a C is a potato, or whatever it is now. It's like a 7 or something.
Now maths, I kind of get right. I kind of get, and then English, bro. I'm.
You can't say that in the exam. Bro's out. You can't say that.
Is it English language or English literature? Like, what does it focus on? Does it focus on like grammar? It focuses on
it's
analyzing a text.
Books or grammar?
It's very, very focused. Like it's in GCSEs. I asked this question that they basically if you're in year 11, they have a broader spectrum of subjects with less detail on each one. But with this foundation level 2, it's not as broad in topics. It focuses on 1 or 2, but much more detail around it. So it's not trying to get you more things. It's more of the same, basically. Well,
respect. I think.
Yeah. Really that English today was just like. Oh,
you done an exam today?
No. I did lesson 2 today. No, it's all on Teams. It's a. It's a bit of a thing for sure.
Mate, good on you.
Yeah, so it was a bit mind blowing. Now it's weird because they told me that I had to write some like 200 words out, and the question was, if you had to live anywhere in the world for a month, where would it be and what would you do? So I was like, all right, that's pretty easy. I can
New Zealand.
Well, no, I actually said Japan anyway, but I just writ up loads of stuff, blah, 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 blah. And then I showed Faye it, and she went, this isn't going to pass very well. And I was like, oh, come on, why? It's like, she said, I got my commas, got my full stops, capital letters, all that sort of jazz. And she was like, yeah, but you always say, I would, at the start of every sentence. I would like. And she says, you need to mix up your... I was like, oh, fuck this, man. I'm already fed up. I was like, I can't write a book. I can't write a book. I can't do it. But all I want to do, all I need is and I was close to going. I'm doing them both at the same time, and I was close to going. Should I just do one at a time? And then I thought, hang on, what I'm trying to do, and this is what I've been doing ever since I finished school, is I'm trying to be distinction at everything. Because now I give a crap, and I'm going to learn it all. I'm going to try and do as best as I can. And if I don't, how I'm playing Silksong, I've got to get 100%. I've got to, I need to get all the bits. I need to get it perfectly right.
You need to embrace I just need to pass. Like me and Simon have.
You just need to pass.
We just chill because we're good, yo.
No, but
just pass.
Yeah, just you don't
need to get all the trophies, dude. Just
pass.
Get a passing grade.
Yeah, I'm just looking at this going. Maybe if I'm trying to complete Silksong at 100%, I'm trying to get English, I'm trying to get it all spot on and bang on, when really you can just finish the game.
Also,
and you didn't get 100%, but you did it.
You're not doing it to get 100% in English and maths. You're doing it.
No, I know.
You really want to do.
But it's just unlocking the next step, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking at it. Like, I just
it's the mini boss.
Yeah, no, I looked at it like. I must know this or else I won't pass.
Yeah.
And I think that I must know a good amount of it. Don't sweat if not everything is coming my way. Anyway, that's my home news, everyone.
That's cool home news.
So I'm doing maths, English, kids, work, and...
Oh.
Oh wow!
I'm doing them all.
No, Simon,
no one is safe.
Wow. What am I doing? So had a pretty
English
chilled.
kids, the lot.
Moving on, had a pretty chilled weekend just gone, but before that trip was our D&D session. Had a really good D&D session. Drank some wine and some beer and ate cheese and charcuterie and enjoyed D&D.
Incredible.
And then on a Sunday, I went to watch some cricket, England South Africa T20, and it never even started because it was raining so much. So drank some more beer.
That's cricket, mate. That is cricket.
That's cricket.
That is cricket.
That's cricket.
That is cricket.
Although the next cricket that I've got booked in, is at Melbourne Cricket Ground to watch the Ashes, 4th Test, Day 3, England v Australia.
Nothing like Test cricket, mate. Just gonna sit there.
I love Test cricket.
Do you? Long days, nothing happening, lots of boring, your nappy nap
beer.
Times.
That is the answer. That's why people watch Test cricket.
Beer. Yeah. Sit around, have a nap, drink beer. What's happened? Nothing much.
What's more? What do you want?
What have you done? Something's on. Something's happened. It's only been 3 hours.
So, for any Australian listeners, want to tell me any good spots to play Flesh and Blood in Sydney or Melbourne the week before Christmas and the week after Christmas, that would be great.
There should be loads of places, right?
I know there should be.
Yeah, that's cool.
Hayden Dale, if you're listening,
I'm probably going to take one deck, so it'll probably be Katsu CC deck. But if there's any drafts going on, that's great. I'll try and come along. I'll ditch my family and I'll come along.
That sounds good. I was going to turn around and say something interesting, not to butt in, but I also cinch my eyebrows. But Trip, eyelashes. Sorry,
wow,
eyelashes.
How did you?
Your lashes. Wow.
I stared down the. So I didn't pass my
barrel of a gun. How has Hamish taken over home news with singed eyelashes?
He does every week. He's always creeping into other sections. So you go on then, mate. Well, how do you singe your eyelashes? What did you do?
I looked down a chimney.
You looked down a chimney.
Trip, what did you do?
Did. Of course you no. Don't even dare.
No, come on. I don't want to take.
Why are you looking down a bloody chimney?
What type of chimney?
It was a pizza oven chimney.
You're
not my ninja. It doesn't have a there's no chimneys in there, is there? My friend's got.
Why were you looking down a pizza oven chimney?
To see if the pizza was cooking. As my friend put the lighter fluid in, it went kaboom, and I went, Jesus
that's
Christ.
Great.
As someone who has a pizza oven themselves, you know how hot they get.
No, but I don't get the it's like barbecue. I don't know what I'm doing. You show up and you know what you're doing. I just show up with bag.
Sorry,
Trip, you can't talk. You do none of this. You just show up and drink beer.
I don't know what I'm doing either. It doesn't mean I stick my face in the chimney.
I didn't say I stick my face of a pizza oven.
You can't be like, I don't understand barbecue while you're trying to like reach into the barbecue.
I didn't do that.
You know that charcoal is hot.
No, it was one of these.
What's going on in there then?
Well, it's one of these
stick
metal
my
ones
eyeball
over
legs steam vent.
And then they put wood chips, like smoking wood chip stuff in. So then, then it wasn't kicking in. So he lit it. And then I was like,
what's it kicking in?
Well, but it's only a little chimney thing. So I just went, is this even wire? All right, Trip, what about you?
Well, okay, what a great story. I was on holiday, so I went
Where did you go, Trip?
Gran Canaria. All-inclusive holiday to Gran Canaria, to the Playa del Ingles, which is English beach in Spanish, if you don't speak Spanish. It was great. It's a very long sandy beach with sand dunes at the end. It was amazing. The water was very nice and had a lovely time. All inclusive is kind of a weird one because the food is pretty bad. It's not great, but you get to eat as much as you want. But you can drink as much as you want as well.
Wow.
So the drinks were really good. There was like this margarita that was like, they got out this like big milk carton-esque of margarita mix.
Okay.
That doesn't really make any sense, but it was margarita mix.
Yeah.
That they then poured into a blender with some like Fanta Limon and some Contro, and then just poured tequila in at the end. Oh, it was amazing. It was.
Wow.
So your calories for the week were liquid rather than
pretty much, yeah.
solid.
Pretty much.
You just
and then
just slop.
it was just.
It's basically bottomless brunch for a week.
Yeah.
And it was very hot. It was very hot. But there was a nice breeze until we got to the last day where it was very hot and there was no breeze. And it was so hot. It was insane. We went out at like midday to try and buy a fridge magnet because we always buy a fridge magnet when we're on holiday.
Yeah, of course.
And I genuinely think, I feel like I got heat stroke after like a second of being out. It was,
Did you have a migraine?
But then,
is it
I did
me
have
or
a
is
headache the whole time? It's great.
is September a very strange time to visit the Connect? Like, was it busy? Because most people go like for their winter sun, don't they?
We went specifically in September because we thought we did go to a no kids resort, so we weren't expecting there to be that many kids anyway. But we thought it would be the end of the summer holidays before it does peak again. When people often go there for Christmas because it stays at about 22 degrees every single month, and it's really nice and a really good time. And then got back, and then I did go for brunch on Saturday. So
nice.
You guys,
actually, I'm all in for a brunch.
Oh, it was a really good brunch as well. It's this place called Utter Waffle.
Right.
And they do savoury waffles.
That sounds delicious.
I got a satay fried chicken on a waffle that was like cooked with like spices in the waffle mix. And oh my God, it was great.
I went for a bit of brunch on Saturday.
What did you have?
To a coffee shop in Nottingham called Public, which is very good. They do great pastries, and I had basically it was a breakfast butty. It was a sausage patty with bacon and cheese and a poached egg, and it tasted really good. It was on like an English muffin. They make their own bread. They're a bakery as well. So it tasted really good. Unfortunately, it lost points on. It had a hard yolk in the poached egg, which was a bit of a shame.
No good, man. Send it back.
But I did buy some pastries to take home because they were so good, and I had a pistachio roll that was phenomenal.
Well, that sounds great.
Wow.
Okay, so we've talked a lot about non-flesh and blood stuff.
Let's talk about flesh and blood. Although we did actually do an all right job with
we did open on the Pleiades Armory deck.
All right, let's kick this off, boys. Trip, what's your thoughts on?
So just before we start, none of us have been to a pre-release, right?
Correct.
No, sadly
no.
Not,
we've been really sad and not gone to a pre-release.
No,
but I'm hoping that I might actually be able to go to one because I don't know if you noticed this, guys, but LSS now for pre-releases you can run like as many as you want.
Yeah,
and you can run them. You don't have to run them on the weekend anymore. So in London, a lot of
stores a bit of a midweek
are doing midweek ones, which is really cool. So there's like because a lot of the time it's like if you can't do the weekend, it used to be that if you couldn't do the weekend, if you're on holiday, for example, you've got like a family commitment, you're kind of a bit stuffed. You're kind of like, okay, I'm gonna have to miss the whole pre-release weekend. But now you can just go whenever you want. Whenever people run them on their Armory night.
It's a pre-release weekend.
It's great, and it means that actually, if you're busy boys like we are with our responsibilities and all that malarkey, it actually means that there's much more opportunities for us to go. So I believe there's a couple of midweek ones this week in London, so I'm going to try and pop along because I would really like to get myself one of those pre-release boxes with all the promos and stuff in them. And I know you can actually buy them now. I saw that Thistle was selling them. But I would quite like to get one and actually play rather than just have one. So we'll see what happens there. But,
okay.
So I haven't, but I am quite excited. I've been, I picked up the Pleiades Armory deck because I just think she is kind of cool, and I still have all my Guardian cards. Guardian was like one of those classes that I nearly sold out of. But I was like, we'll see. And I think she could be really fun to play. But then I'm also quite interested in playing Tough Nut because Tough Nut's kind of
Don't get me started.
I just think...
Don't get me started. Don't get me started.
But I'm not thinking about any of this competitively. I've not watched Hamish's...
Well, to be fair,
deck techs or whatever they're called. Yeah, but I am. Those are the two heroes. Clearly, I'm a revered guy.
Revered, yeah. No,
You know what?
I'm definitely not on the reviled side. I think I'm more on the revered side.
Okay. So back to my question to you guys: what is your hypeness now? Because I think, and it's fair to say, that when Super Slam was initially released,
when it was announced,
I think we were a bit. All of us were like, cool, but also,
we were. Are we that bothered? Yeah.
But now I actually think this is probably like, I think High Seas was definitely really good. Don't get me wrong. I think The Hunted was also pretty cool. But I think this set is a sneaky win, like Rosetta. You know how Rosetta sort of was like, okay, I think this is like, it's not Tales of Part of the Mistfell hype, like High Seas hype. But somehow Rosetta was like, oh wow, this is hitting way harder than it should.
See, I would say
to me.
I would say Part of the Mistfell was very much hyped, but didn't land as well as they hoped.
No,
in terms of a limited format.
No, I disagree. I think Part of the Mistfell, I think Part of the
Mistfell
was.
I mean, we disagree on a lot. I think I was looking forward to Rosetta, because of the heroes involved. The Hunted, again, I wasn't that bothered about. High Seas' Pirates, it looked great. It was always going to be a bit of a win. And then this one, I think you're right. The three of us were a bit like, well, I mean, they're heroes, they're classes that we're not really involved in. How crazy could it really be? And actually, I think it's won a lot of people over with some of the later spoilers and with the thematics of it. And I think there's some really interesting mechanics in there that make it really fun to play. And LSS are proving once again that they make a really good limited product. Like, as much as people talk about some of the downfalls of Rosetta or High Seas or Hunted,
I don't remember anyway.
I kind of feel like I was really hyped for Rosetta, and then I think the problem I had with Rosetta was that I was really interested in playing Florian, and then the Florian prices for like the staples,
they skyrocketed.
The Felon and Plow Under just become unattainable.
And then
become a codex.
That kind of did. I won't lie, it did kind of kill my. And then I saw the way Florian was developing, and I was like, okay, it's not what I wanted. Not really what I wanted. I probably should have seen that was the way it was going, but like, and I never ended up buying into the hero, and then I sort of felt a bit like I ended up picking up Aurora, and then Aurora was gone, I think, before I even really got round to playing it, because then, you know, that was around the time they printed the Adult Ira, so I kind of pivoted back to Adult Ira, and I was like, oh, I've still got this Aurora deck if I want it. Then Aurora's gone. Then I was like, yeah, I'm not interested in playing Wizards. So for me, Rosetta felt like a set that I would be really hyped and really interested in playing, and it just never really panned out that way. And I think the opposite is almost happening with Super Slam, where it started with a set that, like Hay was just saying, I just wasn't really interested. It felt like they were just doing heavy hitters too.
And it was the wrestling theme was.
Yeah, it was interesting.
It was cool, but not that.
Heavy Hitters was my least, the first set that I didn't buy a case of, in a while. I've not really bought cases in a while now because they're very expensive, and you have to you really need a plan if you're buying a case. But I still buy a box. But Heavy Hitters was when I was like, I don't really care about Warrior or Guardian. Warrior Guardian, and Brute. And this is a Guardian Brute set, but it's because the heroes are so different. I'm like, well, it is Heavy Hitters too, sure, but the mechanics are so much more interesting to me than what the mechanics were in Heavy Hitters 1. And just we talked about this in the last episode, the fact that there's Intellect 3 and Intellect 5 heroes immediately makes this a set that I just think you have to engage with, because it's such a big deal for the game for them to actually be doing that. It hasn't really been done before. We've only ever had Data Doll. We've never had an Intellect 5 hero. This is a big deal for the game, and I think it's going to be really exciting to be in at the ground floor on this concept of the game, this intellect, which you've never really even had to pay attention to for such a long time, is suddenly changing, and
I think that's a big thing. Like you mentioned it's been 5 years since they've introduced any changes to intellect that have been notable. Like Datadol, when Datadol first came out, it was rubbish. And then with Bright Lights, additional cards, and then with the -IO Armory deck, like it became a bit crazy, so they nerfed it a bit. Like that whole hero has just has changed the way it works over time.
Yeah.
We've seen cards that increase intellect for one turn at a time, like Helm's Peak and Nourishing Emptiness, and they're really powerful cards in certain situations. So it's really interesting to see how they're balancing a 3 intellect hero and a 5 intellect hero, and actually whether they've over or under.
Especially a 5 intellect hero, because
yeah. So I think one of the biggest things around for me that I think that's turned this set completely around is that I'm really happy that the wrestling aspect of the game. So this is one of my points. The wrestling aspect of the game was not actually lent into that heavy. It was almost like introduced as a kind of wrestling theme and really left there. And there's names and stuff that are very inspired by the wrestling thing, but I think it was more marketed as wrestling. But when you actually crack the set open, it's very flesh and blood. Like it's not art. The artwork isn't wrestling nuts. It's almost like It's like a nudge towards it, like a nod and a hint. But they were doing that in Heavy Hitters. It was like a nod.
Were you expecting something that was overtly like wrestling artwork and wrestling theming?
Well, I suppose if you marketed it that way, you're kind of going, why would you market it that way? Are you trying to really lean into that? Because, the marketing is very much tried to fit around the theme of what the set is. So High Seas is quite piratey, marketed very piratey. The set is very piratey. It makes total sense. This one, when they wanted, like I said, they were really going in on the wrestling. The actual box art and the theme of all the packs and everything, they really did lean in onto the wrestling side as well.
Yeah.
But when you see the art and when you see like Tough Nut and everyone, it's very arena. It's gladiatory. It's heavy hitters. It's like it really kind of just. Do you see what I mean? So I was really happy that he didn't sort of go off the deep end. It
doesn't really feel like a wrestling.
No, but apart when you open the box, it's the box and the art, and then when the second you crack it open, it's like the wrestling is kind of really
secondary.
Very, very, very secondary. If you didn't have all that on it, I don't even think you're pretty much saying it's Heavy Hitters too.
I think, but that's what it is, right?
No, I know, but that's what it is. But when you started off like that, I was worried they wouldn't.
Yes, they needed to differentiate the product from Heavy Hitters. Maybe partly because Heavy Hitters did it perform as well as they hoped. I genuinely don't know.
I think Heavy Hitters actually
overperformed.
It performed way better than I thought it was.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I like the continuation of the art style. I like the continuation of the lore, and the fact they've released a KO that is so. KO's had 3 iterations now. Obviously, a 2-armed KO, a 1-armed KO, and now a reviled KO. I think that's quite a nice arc for that character.
You've actually just. I was going to finish off my next positive point. You've just highlighted my negative point. All right. But my next highlighted highlight point of this is their massive inclusion of really which we said in the last episode was pushing out the expansion pack stuff. I think that actually turned all of our heads a bit more.
Expansion slots.
Yeah, that's it. The expansion slots made the set extremely more interesting. Although the expansion slots are not. Initially, I thought pushed. There's quite some push stuff. These heroes, they're really pushing it. And then I think one or two of them...
The warrior cards in particular just seemed quite pushed. The Kasai card.
Kasai's card is pushed. Olympius is... sure. You know what I mean? There's a couple... And there was a couple of stuff in there. I was hoping they gave us a Bolton card. They gave us a Bolton card.
Did they?
Yeah, they did. They gave us a Bolton card. It's a 0 for 3 free block.
Yeah,
it's actually pretty good. Actually,
Bolton card. It's not even like a. This is a Bolton. It's 100% a Bolton.
It's
card,
It's a light warrior card. It's 100% a Bolton card. But is that one was interesting? It's actually it's the most Bolton card in Bolton card history. It's good, but the problem is it's Bolton.
Can I say something else?
Oh yeah, that was my last positive point about that.
This set has some insane reprints. Like
yes.
Really good, and also some kind of crazy ones, but they're not crazy at all. They're just really sensible reprints, like reprinting Flick Knives, for example.
And New Horizons.
They really didn't need to do that, and it's actually really good for the community.
The Warmongers as well.
The alternate arts on all of them is lovely.
Yeah.
Warmongers was not like one. I saw it. I was like, yep, it's going to happen. They've not banned it. It's going to happen. It's April. But reprinting New Horizon and reprinting Flick Knives, these are just legendaries that are just a little bit too annoying to get. They always hover around the 80, 90, 100 mark.
Weirdly enough.
Fair enough. Why not?
This time last year, Flick Knives, like...
Flick Knives was a £20 card when
it was trash.
It wasn't trash. It was super. You should have got it. And then
I bought an RF copy for 20 quid. Yeah.
Speaking of your journey of Florian and how you got priced out, which
Germinate.
Not Germinate. No, it's a reprint of Felling of the Crown and Plough Under.
Yeah. Sorry, yeah.
It's a really early reprint, and it's really and I think it's great. I mean, if this is going to be the pace of reprints going forward, that's going to really help us out a lot.
Yeah.
And also, like Simon was just saying, I think the art for the new Flick Knives is better than the OG. Like, I would 100% run that on my Ira build over
So I feel like the original was an assassin art, and this is a ninja art, right? I think that's great. For an assassin ninja card, that's perfect.
It's really clever.
Yeah. Really good reprints. It's really good to see. I think it is LSS just starting to kind of say, we do recognize the game is a bit more expensive than they want it to be, and they're trying to do something about it. And I think that is good. It's not perfect. It's not going to be, people aren't going to be like raving about it. Decks are still really expensive in this game, but this will have an impact. We saw this happen with Codex of Frailty.
I think it's key. Majestics, right? The Majestics that have got out of hand, and I think Felling and Plough are good examples of that, because they are key to that one or maybe two decks. Obviously, the Verdance deck and the Florian deck, but they're not cards that probably should go for 40, 50 quid a copy. Absolutely. It shouldn't be that expensive. I think the generics, they could argue, are more likely to go for more money. Like CNC's always been expensive. E-Strike's always been expensive.
Warmongers.
Shelter, Warmongers. Those are big cards that are included in a lot of decks, and the supply is low. So reprinting Warmongers now makes me think actually a Shelter reprint in 2 sets time is probably not unwarranted.
I think Shelter, out of all of them, is probably feels like the most egregious.
It does.
It does feel quite egregious. CNC,
but
on the other hand, somehow I think we're just so beaten by that drum of CNC. I mean, CNC was
there should be so many CNC in circulation by now.
The very first pack I ever opened and I got a CNC in it, was immediately told, "That's the card, bro." Like I said,
the first box of Arcane Rising, first edition I opened, had a CNC in it, and it was like, this card seems pretty good. Yeah.
Still to this day.
But there are a lot of cards now that have similar effects, and they're not that pricey.
No. I will also just wanted to wrap up my thing. I echo your points about the heroes as well. Apart from the KO one, about the 3 intellect and the 5 intellect side of things. I was really excited to see what the revered heroes would be like, because that's obviously no surprise to you guys, my jam.
Yeah.
And then I saw Yorgos's day one deck tech and what he brought, and I went, "Oh my god, Pleiades looks." She was like below. She was close to Olympia tier. By the way, I do not like her art and design. I do
no,
not. No. I really don't like it. I really.
But you're like a Runeblade Dark Art guy, right?
No. Like Tough Nut. Tough Nut is like, is so good. Like that is
interesting.
That is really good design. I do not like hers at all because, like, I love Betsy's design. I love Levia's design. It's not a female thing, and I just want to point this out. I do not think that having a rock star is just dunno. Just I don't
For you,
know.
it doesn't fit.
No, not really. I reckon you could have done the rock star thing in the pits and had something a little bit more grungy and something, because down there it's kind of down below mechanologist stuff.
I kind of think they will do that, though.
Yeah, no, that's what I thought. You just see some punks.
Yeah,
that would.
I think we've mentioned
sense, but the Pleady, I don't know, bro.
Yeah, you're not sure. I think there's another thing we've mentioned just briefly before, and that with this set, the inclusivity, like the variety of characters, what one-armed character, a small character, a large character, a female character. Like, I feel like they have, maybe it's been crowbarred in, maybe not, but it feels like it's a very inclusive set, and there's a lot of different demographics represented within the set.
I do like that you've had to reference that. We've got to include the amputees, which is KO. Yeah, no, but I know what you mean. It does. I didn't even see it like that whatsoever. I think you've got 4 very distinct heroes.
Yeah.
Well, no, sorry. I think you've got 3 very distinct heroes, and then
I think
then there's KO.
I feel like me and Hamish are on the same page with just.
I don't understand.
KO feels like such a miss in this set. Like it feels really like we've got. I like so I was never really interested in. I think I had the same reaction as Hamish to Pleiades. If we're pronouncing this wrong, please forgive us for just pronouncing it how we want.
Please,
but like it's Pleiades. Like I was like, really? This doesn't look like a Guardian at all. And then when I saw the way she played, I was like, you know what? I don't care what the card is. Like this is a really interesting way of playing the game. I'm going to pick up the set, but I agree. It was like it's a little bit odd. At least it's a little bit different.
Yeah.
And then Tough Nut.
Tough Nut is pink. That is exactly what you want.
And then the 5 and 5 guy, Lyeth. Sorry, the name is
I know Lyeth is like a weird. He's the weird. Yeah, he's clearly all that. It's Tyrion Lannister, not Jaime, and then Victor's
super
the Jaime.
cool. The way he's played in the art, where it's like you can't really tell that he has dwarfism or like he's a short person.
No, he just uses his.
The use of perspective in the art it shows how, like, if you have power, you can portray yourself in a way that makes you bigger than other people, irrespective of your body size, which I thought is really interesting.
It is. That's very clever art.
And then we just have KO again. It's just like he's not even doing anything different. No. He's still got one arm. And he's still being KO, and it's just like great.
No, but the thing is, when we first saw KO and we saw his arm, that was like, oh, this is gas. He has so much going for it. He's so cool. I just think OG KO is still, he's broke. Yeah, he's got power and all that, but I just think this is just cool. This is perfect. And he's like, oh, we're gonna like just do it different. I'm like, oh, bro, I don't get it. Why? Why do we need KO?
I really would have loved like a
what is his?
At least it wasn't just a straight reprint, though. Like, at least it wasn't a straight. No, I mean, Rhinar appeared as a straight reprint.
Yeah, but there was no talent in that.
You've got
and there's talents in this set, so you could there is talents in this.
You've got Prism that was released as a different character. Like
no, the story's different. Like there was no Prism. Here's your Prism. This isn't a case of there is no KO, or maybe they just knew. Maybe they knew.
No, but genuinely, they thought KO would have gone by now.
No, I reckon they put this in because I think at the time they saw the pace of KO go down as they were developing this set, and I think they largely just went, this set will turbo him out of existence. So here is his other version. Fine.
Yeah, maybe.
Fine.
Yeah.
Because he is, by the way, looking pretty dumb. Because this set is making him look pretty dumb. He just basically took out all these bad blues, put some good blue, all these good blues in there. And they've even got a card that goes, oh, if this card is 6 power, it has go again. Yeah. Because it's got 5 power. And you go, wow, I wonder what KO has.
Well, just play it in KO. Yeah.
I did notice. I was like, okay, so they've really built this set for old KO.
Yeah, they did.
I mean, I'll be honest. I'm so uninterested in new KO that I've not really looked at what new KO actually does. Like, I am sure there's cool stuff you can do with new KO and the new cards. But every time I saw a new card, I was just like, well, that's another blue 6. That's another go again enabler. That's another, and there's one that's an Arsenal destroyer if you get a might token on it. And I was just like, this feels very strong. So maybe you're right, Hamish. Maybe this is just we know that old KO is going to LL really fast. And I think he's had, I don't know how many years he's got now. So I don't know. He's
at 1.5 now.
Yeah, so he might go quite quickly. But at the same time, yeah, sure. But also, yeah, I guess it still could have just been.
Shall I give you a fun fact?
Oh, yeah, give me a fun fact.
So Daniel Chris's day 1 deck tech. The hardest I think me and him have done together.
Oh really?
he had RKO. That's his name, by the way. Revered KO. RKO.
Out of nowhere.
Straight out of nowhere. This guy, he was like, don't really know what the plan was with this guy. It feels like he wants to do this and say, but he just doesn't seem to do this thing. And it's not even brute. It doesn't feel like, it's just, I don't know. And then I think and then you kind of feel silly because I think the devs were kind of touting, which I don't think the devs are ever right, but I think, well, no, they are. Sorry, not to be too harsh. I don't.
And Hamish wonders why we didn't get a grant.
Well, I can say it now because we didn't get it. I can be true to myself. No,
as if you've never.
No, I've never given a shit. No,
I know.
I think they're right, but I think sometimes they, clearly, and there's complete track record of, I don't think this guy's that good. No, it's broken. I think this guy's really strong. So I think we need. Oh no, this guy doesn't. It's not that good. I think you're probably over egging it too much. But I think RKO was given this. Everyone was going, "Oh yeah, but there's something, right? There's got to be something." And I don't know.
All right. So early impressions then. If they find things like that hard, is Tough Nut overpowered because they've undercompensated?
No, I don't think Tough Nut is overpowered. I think. I've seen, if you've all seen Francesco's day 1 deck tech, it is very good at challenging a particular meta. Here's a good. It's Syndra. Syndra goes, here I am. I do this really well. And if I get,
but once you disrupt it, it's gone.
No. It's not so much. Yeah. So for her, if you disrupt her, it's gone. And for him, it's. Well, I've got 3 intellect, and yes, I know I kind of do and I kind of don't, but I do this thing really, really, really well. And if the meta is not doing something that I can't deal with, I'm not very good. That's like Florian. You know what I mean?
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
And that's it. With Tough Nut Tough Nut's going to be like can you beat... I don't know how the Tough Nut deck has been built, because you guys would have watched the video. We haven't watched it yet.
Yeah.
Oh, Hamish obviously has. He was in it. But my understanding of Tough Nut is essentially it's going to do 7 every turn to you, and if you can beat that, then great. If you can't beat that,
he's surprisingly very very tanky. Weirdly, because he'll just go. Okay. He actually got some. He is value off on a. Okay. He is value, mad value.
3-card block coming with rock.
No, 4-card block.
All right.
Because you can do 3-card block coming with rock. So, but you also got to be kind of a bit mindful. He actually runs a lot of yellows, weirdly enough.
Yeah.
Bucket ton of yellows. And you need a tunic to help get you sort of out of the jam. And he blocks quite well, but if you're doing like 1 and a 2 and a 1 and a 1 and a 2 and a 2 and a 2.
Yeah, that was my worry. As I was like looking at the cards. It's like, okay, so he blocks 6 really well.
Can I jump back? This was the RKO thing. It's a jury, but worse.
Okay.
Yeah.
He goes, I'm doing 1. You're like, you're not. You're doing 6. I did a 6. Yeah, I know. Otherwise, your value is terrible. Like, what are you gonna? I block 6. Okay, your turn. Right.
Yeah.
And then but it's a jury just goes a 3. You're like, wow.
Can I say something as well? For
Sorry,
like, as we're still on
RKO,
new KO, it just doesn't feel very brute.
No, that was another thing. It's all generics.
Yeah, like what is the brute aspect of this? Like, obviously you've got the 1 weapon zone because it's KO, and then you're making a vigor token,
which is strong.
Which is strong, but I don't really think of vigor tokens as being.
Yeah,
I mean, I know they're
more of a warrior
brute,
thing,
but I'm always thinking brute. It's got to be the might token. That's just what I'm thinking.
Well, brutes with vigor is crazy, by the way.
Yeah, I know, but like I'm just thinking of like what makes this brute. And then it's like your ability is you're throwing out, his name is Underhanded Cheat. And like, I don't know, I just feel like what's KO's identity? Is KO a cheat?
Yeah.
Like,
well, no, I know that didn't feel like it when we first saw him. He was just like,
it didn't feel like it in the last set. Was he cheating how he was making his 5 attack 6? Is that what they're getting at with the cheating aspect? But it just sort of felt like
he just pushed it. He's just a fury madman, and now this feels a bit different.
He felt more of a fury, win by any costs, but not necessarily I'm going to pretend I'm doing this, but I'm actually doing this, which feels much more like an assassin play. Like if you'd said, there's a new assassin which can swap the base of an attack to 6, you'd be like, okay, that's super cool, right? Because then you run all the blue 1 attacks, and then you
probably be broken.
you pay 2 for your dagger.
But that's a jury. That's a jury.
And then you pay 2 to make it.
But it's literally a jury. She goes, I'm coming in for 1.
You don't have to swap it.
I
got all that disruption, right? But yeah, that feels more of an assassin thing, than the brute thing. Maybe that's just my view. I'd be interested if people disagree with me.
I mean, the original KO, KO had a half of power or double power, right? So there was a power change element, but it involved a dice roll, which is a brute thing.
Yeah. This has
if you remember the original KO,
guys, I've solved it.
Yeah.
So it's not you don't pay anything. You tap your hero, roll a dice. That's the base value of your attack, base power of the attack.
Isn't that the original KO?
No.
That was if you rolled a 1 to 4, you halve the attack.
Yeah,
if you roll a 5 or a 6, you double it.
You roll a d6, and whatever you roll, that's the base power of the attack.
That sounds awful.
That sounds incredible.
It does. It sounds terrible.
It sounds awful.
But you change it to a d20. No.
That's broken. No, that's broken now. Everything's 4s and 5s, and he's like 18, right?
18.
Okay.
Roll, yeah. That would be
that would be busted.
I bet you they thought about that at one point. Maybe that's
D20. I think
you too terrible.
I think you played one game and go,
no, not D20, not D20.
Not a D20, a D6.
D10.
No, I think even then, that's pushed.
Yeah, Swing Big's pretty good. So yeah.
Again, I don't want to stick on the topic, but like all the brute cards are 6 power. So what's the point of the hero ability that makes your attack 6 power? Like
because
you have to play
it's the cards that aren't 6 power.
It's the cheating cards that aren't 6 power.
I know. But there is one cool card that Daniel
like
pointed
Vipox.
out.
No, there's some new
just block 6.
Yeah.
But yeah,
which you were probably already.
It's the cards. It's the card that it's their blue KO reviled brute card that says you can discard this to add any card from the inventory into your top of your deck. That card was really cool, and Daniel expressed this, and you should check it out. But for the summary,
that card's obviously super cool.
It is cool because he actually put 2 copies of Big Bully, which is this. It's his, it's the payoff card, and I was like 2, and he went, "Yeah, I'll explain why later." So on, so on. And he said, "You know why I've got 3 copies of this card? because that's the third copy of Big Bully. So I now have 5 goes to pull it, rather than just straight 3 to draw it. But once I drew that one, I'll go, okay, I'll swap that out to the Big Bully. I'm like, clever. And he went, see, this bit's really cool. That's the really cool bit. Although, mechanically, he's correct. Thematically, why KO? Anyway.
Yeah.
So,
it's more about the thematics, I would say.
Pleiades and Lyeth are on the par. They're really cool. Like them. Tough Nut is the winner. In my opinion. Tough Nut.
You're a big Tough Nut fan.
It's so simple. But also, just like, I think it's actually going to be really hard to get it right. But yeah, no, it's very, very simple deck tech. I loved it. I love it when you see our day ones. The RKO, it's not Daniel's fault, it's just RKO wasn't grabbing it for me. By the time you actually record this, also a little top tip, I haven't actually recorded the Lyeth one yet. That's going to be coming very, very soon. So I'm intrigued what Max Klein comes with that, which you probably already watched by now. Yeah, so there you go. That is simple.
I think that's been a whirlwind whistle-stop tour of...
I know.
I think you can all tell we're quite excited about this new set, and I think I'm way more excited than I thought I would be, and it's great. I think a lot of it comes from having access to like Armory decks, and I love the fact that LSS is doing that now, because even like you get a deck, and then you get you might open some packs or go to a pre-release, and you can start to really play a CC deck of the new set like straight away, which is kind of
you have made me think now. Do I want to buy Pleiades deck?
No, I think you need to.
I'll never play.
You're not going to do it. I have got a question. Can I ask one interesting question?
Yeah,
we are now rapidly approaching a non-mandible claws meta. If KO is as silly as he is, so is Bloodrush Bellows?
Yeah, Bloodrush Bellows is still good, I think. Dude.
No, yeah, 100%. But it's not Brute play Bloodrush Bellow Mandible Claw deck. That's all Brute decks were.
Yeah.
Bloodrush Bellow
Mandible Claw. I feel like
decks.
they've just got access to more Go Again. So I think that's the trouble. They gave Brute a ton of Go Again. So actually the Mandible Claws were less important.
But it's still really Bloodrush Bellow Mandible Claw moves are like, that's still the most strongest on rate thing we can do. But that's going to go.
If you've got vigor, not vigor. If you've got agility, then you can just add in a romping club on the end, right? It's 2 for 5.
No, I know what you mean, but I'm just saying that, like, if you looked at Levia, you look at Rhino, you look at normal KO, it is.
Yeah.
When you put you put in Bloodrush Bellow, but Mandible Claws are going to go.
Yeah, it could.
Finally,
could be.
Finally, I think that's going to be.
Okay, quick question then. Do you think? I know you've sort of said yes, but do you think this set will just push KO?
Yes.
Straight out.
I don't. It's yet to be determined, but I mean, he was pretty good. Like, when I say he was pretty good, I think he was kind of like, no one really needed to play him, but he was never bad.
I think that's the thing, though, right? Does he go from not bad, like almost competitive? Does he go to winning?
There is, like Trip said, there's a lot of more, like less wild. Like Wild Ride is the reason why everything went a bit pushed, and I think everyone in the end just went, bro, this Wild thing is a bit much for me. Like, a lot of people just turned around and went and flip and Bloodrush Bellow. Yes, my turn's done, your turn. And it was that's not that fun for most competitive players to deal with.
Yeah.
Now they don't need to deal with it anymore. And now they get to look at KO again and go, with no flip and rip, just play it. Yeah,
just do it. Yeah.
I don't know how to do this stupid stuff. I can just pitch this card that has strength 6 on it because everything is strength 6 on KO.
I mean, that's why Cast Bones lost popularity, right? Because it just wasn't a 6 power.
Well, now you don't even need that. You got Song of Sinew, which is look at the top 4 cards of your deck and get +4, and it has Go Again, so it doesn't end your turn, and you can go, cool, I can completely just reorder my next turn so I can exactly draw a 1, and if I do need a Wild Ride, I know what I'm ripping off the top. You know, do you know what I mean? It's looking really good. Plus, as well, he's got the new Brute Legendary Arms, which is low key, like just crazy value.
Better than Apex, yeah.
Oh yeah, the value of that card is just crazy over time. You know, it can easily be 10 value card just to have that spare resource to go. Oh, well, there you go. Just comes in for one more, which is what KO was doing with his might tokens, and it was already like Jesus, goddamn Christ! Now everything's coming in with sometimes 2 more. So, but you have to be mindful that KO needs to get the might token from discarding a card, so you can't completely ignore the flip and rip that much. Because all these cards that says we get go again, if it's +1, you need to know how to you got to discard cards to get his KO ability as well. So, an interesting puzzle, but I think he's going to come out ripping. This whole meta is interesting in itself, which is I think we'll discuss about it another time. But I'll end it with it feels so open because these bans and restricted hasn't really been worked out yet either. So it's not even just new set come out, deal with Gravy, deal with Slippy. It's now, is Slippy and Gravy alive? They're probably good, but are they alive? I'm not. Are they? Is
they good enough?
Are they good enough? We don't really know. Oh, here's a new set. Oh God! Right, what's going on? Do you know what I mean? What is going on? Who's good? Who's not good? Do you see what I mean?
Yeah.
It's been the first time I haven't got my finger on the pulse.
You've not. You don't feel like you're.
I feel that I really want a ProQuest season to be in 2 weeks. I really want ProQuest to be in 2 weeks because I think
you want the chaos.
Yeah, God, yeah. Wouldn't it just be like? Do you even know if you're going to a ProQuest for CC trip? I know that you probably end up just taking Ira or Katsu, but like, do you know what I mean? Like, what's the meta going to look like?
I'd probably take old KO, to be honest.
Oh, will you?
I think KO is actually really good.
But would you actually take old KO?
I wouldn't myself.
No. I meant what would I know?
Say,
yeah, like if you were to take K, if you were to take Iris, sometimes you actually put cards in your deck to attack a meta.
Oh well, I'd just be there just to farm Gravy.
I know, but you knew. That's my point. But who would you go to? Who would you be attacking? That's the thing.
I would be expecting to see a lot of KO, which I don't really like Ira into KO, so it would be a bit rough, to be honest.
Yeah.
Well, that's why I'm interested in being a bit more defensive. I think because
I think that game would actually be really interesting because I think
both. Ira
KO. Yeah, 100%. I think you're both just intrinsically trying to be value decks.
Yeah, but KO just has
KO does it quicker.
Oh, yeah,
KO has a combo. Yeah, this is the trouble. Ira doesn't have a combo. Like Ira plays a much better.
Fair
I would
game.
say
long game.
Ira plays a better long game, but it doesn't have Blood Rush Bellow, and you just lose too much health to the Blood Rush Bellow turns. It's bonkers.
And every Blood Rush Bellow you stack on top of another, like turn on turn, you just lose value.
Well, I don't know. Like I'm just looking at the new cards, and I feel like KO now has 6 copies of Swing Big, and it has 3 more Go Again enablers, and it has Arsenal Disruption, which is
they're 20 damage turns with Arsenal Disruption,
and all their blues, all their new blues.
The blues are great. Some of the blues are insane. Yeah. I just don't see how KO is not going to be the deck to beat. Like honestly, it just feels very strong. And maybe there's something I'm missing. Maybe KO just gets comboed by like some build, or maybe there's some build of Florian that's just so defensive and
I don't think he's going to be as disruptive as you said. I don't think he's going to be as maybe early days because he's the easy deck.
I don't know. Like I think maybe
he plays both. I agree with Trip. He plays both games very well. He'll go, "Did you give me a full hand? I slap you. Did I have to block?
Yeah.
I just outvalue."
Yeah, like it's like they can do insane stuff with 5 cards, and they can always throw an 8 at you, or at the bare minimum a 7, or even this is the trouble with KO. You could have a terrible hand, and you might still have 2 might tokens, and suddenly you're throwing a blue for 8 at your opponent. And you're just like, how do
Yeah,
you
I know.
compete with that?
Mike token pops. This is a 2 for 7. I picture blue. I have 1 spare resources going. I guess I'll just use the gloves as well. So it's just a 3 for 8.
But it's not a bad thing. I
Right.
think like Brute should have some good cards, and like I'm interested to see
Yeah.
what Brute can
I mean,
do. But yeah, like you said,
obviously, I misspoke earlier when I said Romping Club because KO can't use a 2-handed weapon, but it would have to be one of the strange heavy hitters Brute weapons that appeared up.
Yeah, but this is RKO as well,
Russia.
which I just don't think is anything. Like it's it'll be Reinar probably and Levia working out where the meta is on that.
Yeah.
Which I didn't even see any cards in this heavy hitter set that screams Reinar at me.
No,
Like,
even though he was in the set, you mean?
For Super Slam.
For Super Slam,
Yeah, for Super Slam. There's no because everything's about discarding, isn't it? And Reinar does something if you discard, but all these cards go, no, don't need to discard. Just have 6 or more power in the pitch zone.
Just do some intimidate,
Yeah.
Right, we should probably wrap up because we're waffling a bit now.
No, I love it.
I am looking forward to seeing what the new meta does. Like Hamish has said, I don't really know where it's going to go. Like
this is actually I'd love it when Worlds comes up. I think it's actually going to be. I think this progress is going to be very fun to play, and I'm looking forward to picking up Bolton now because if KO is good, then Bolton's a chance. Well, I don't actually. That is putting it to the test. I'm genuinely unsure if Bolton will actually be able to.
You heard it here first, folks. Hamish is going to win a PQ on Bolton.
I don't think I will, but I will give it a try. I'll be happy if I get to top 8.
All right, boys. Thank you so much.
Love everybody.
All right.
Have a great week. See you.
Love you. Bye.